Welcome to Pep Talks with Jeanne. I'm your host, Jeanne Pepper. I started doing Pep Talks as a way to inspire you to do intentional acts of kindness and to further the goals of Blaze It Forward. Since Pep Talks began, it has evolved, and now I use it to interview people actively making a difference in this world through their volunteerism, community service, or careers. My guests are all here because they have dedicated their lives to making this world a better place. Join us as we delve into the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of these truly inspiring and hardworking people. This season, we will be focusing on the quiet superheroes, the thoughtful, kind, and forward-thinking community-minded individuals that teach us about resiliency, abundance, and how we can turn trauma, tragedy, and life challenges into meaningful, intentional action to repair our world. Welcome to another episode of Pep Talks with Jeanne. I have in my studio today Joe Dreamz. Joe is coming to us from San Diego. I appreciate you coming into the studio today in Irvine. I know it was a drive for you. And I wanted Joe here because Joe is a young performer who is using his art and his talent to create positivity and to make people happy, make people think about the difference between just being a screaming, yelling fan at a game or being someone that really appreciates life and appreciates the opportunity to be able to come together and watch a game. Joe is about working together with other people. He's collaborative, and I think we need more people like this in the world, especially artists and young people. So I'm really thrilled that you were willing to come in and chat. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, great. Tell us about your name, Joe Dreamz. How does that connect with who you are?
Mm-hmm. Well, the reason why I go by Joe Dreamz is because I believe the world would be a better place if everyone was living their dreams. And my birth name is Joseph. I'm named after my dad. And I grew up in church. So there's a couple different Josephs in the Bible who have dreams from God. There's Joseph, who's Jesus' father, Joseph and Mary. And then there's Joseph, who's famous for his coat of many colors and having a dream that he helped Pharaoh basically save Egypt.
Oh my God, I just got chills. That is one of my favorite stories. And yeah, for a lot of reasons, but you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, it is one of my favorite stories from the Bible.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you why in a second.
Yeah.
And secondly, Joe Dreamz is also my message because live Joe Dreamz.
Yes.
So it has the biblical meaning from my upbringing, and it also has what I'm all about and the mission combined into one.
Yeah, perfect. I get it. And I love the idea that dreams are so important to you because dreams are our vision of a better future.
Aha. Okay. So Joseph, a very resilient man who was destroyed, or his own brothers tried to destroy him, but he didn't let that stop him. He got up and he went and he became a prince of Egypt. He worked alongside the Pharaoh. He became one of the greatest advisors to the Pharaoh. He was able to give incredible advice on crops, and he was very smart. I mean, it wasn't just that he didn't have any special powers, but he was able to use his intuition and intellect to determine these things. And he was a big help. And that's the kind of person that I would aspire to be, somebody that can get back up, even when they've been thrown to the ground by the people that they care about the most in the world, that they can get up and keep going and do great things and help people. So, yeah, that's why I like that story. How's that for you? Right? What about you? Why do you like that story so much? because it's Joseph.
Oh, just because of the name. That's enough for you. Hey, I'm with you. I wish there were stories about someone with my name. Joan of Arc. I think that's the closest we get.
And being able to interpret someone's dream.
Right.
And also being able to resist temptation.
Oh, well, that's not easy, especially in this world. So many tempting things, right? So many fun things you can be doing with your time. I know. We'll talk about that. Your motto is Live Joe Dreamz. What was the moment in your own life when you decided to take that leap of faith and fully pursue your dreams?
The moment was
I had just gotten let go from a life insurance gig because I didn't have the warm market for it, which I didn't. So I wanted to take a reset button, and I decided to take a road trip. And I always wanted to go up the coast, the west coast of this amazing country that we live in.
Oh, great.
And I was in Seattle, Washington, and I was on a date with a girl who's from Seattle. So we went to this place called Pier 55. It's like a tourist attraction area where you would see somebody in a Captain America suit riding a bike with people in
perfect.
the back, like that type of area.
Okay, great.
So on that date, my car ends up breaking down. And I was like, okay, what am I gonna do next? Because I'm all the way, Seattle's
you're
here,
far.
San Diego's here,
Yeah.
And even if I had some money in my emergency savings, I'm like, even if I get my car fixed, coming all the way down back here, it's probably gonna break again. So I decided to take a leap of faith, and I bought a speaker, and I bought a microphone, and a table, and I popped up on the Pier 55, and I started asking people, hey, what is your dream? What is your dream? What is your dream? And so, hey, my dream is to graduate from college. My dream is to have world peace. My dream is to solve homelessness. And then I would come up with a freestyle rap on the spot about their dream.
Wow.
And make their dream come true. And my first day of doing that, I made a few $100, more money than I'd been doing all my other jobs and gigs. And so I never looked back.
Oh, wow. So you actually were able to make money doing that right away.
Yeah. So oftentimes we don't make the changes that we need to until we have to. So that's why another reason why I make music. So when someone hears a song like Are You Living Joe Dreamz, then they don't have to wait until their back's against the wall or that life throws them a curveball and they have no choice but to do it, that they can be inspired to do it now. Yeah,
that's really something. I mean, basically you took a leap of faith, but you also overcame a fear because you weren't forced to make that decision until that moment. And something was keeping you from doing it. You had some fear, but you decided, I'm more afraid of not having a car to drive home and getting up on a box right now and rapping. It so got you up and going, didn't it? Wow, fantastic. Let's take a look at what you've got here.
Joe, are you with us? How are you?
Hey, better than I deserve.
Tell us about yourself and your love for the San Diego Padres.
Slammy, ego, slammy, ego, slammy, ego, slammy, hey. Hit it out the park. Hit it with a strike. From the national anthem to the bottom of the night. I'm in slammy, ego, slammy, ego, slammy, ego, slammy, hey. You already know what's up. What's that? Another home run. We should know the job ain't done till we hold that trophy up. Sitting with a bird's eye view, got my peanuts and Cracker Jacks. The other team got their fans, but we gon' get the last laugh. Every time we up to bat, we leave everything on the field. Every base we gon' steal, every injury gon' be healed. So make some noise for the Padres. Let's fill every seat in the stadium. I don't care if you on the bandwagon, but shout out to all the day ones. If they hit the ball into the stands, I'ma catch it with my bare hands. If the pitcher hits one of ours, I'ma wait outside by his car. And even if I move out the city, you know I'm bringing my Friars with me. So when they ask me where I'm from, I just point to the logo on my chest and tell them Slammy, ego, Slammy, ego, Slammy, ego, Slammy, hey. Hit it out the park. Hit it with a strike. From the national anthem to the bottom of the night. I'm in Slammy, ego, Slammy, ego, Slammy, ego, Slammy, hey. You already know what's up. What's that? Another home run. But you know the job ain't done till we hold that trophy up. Hey.
Wow. So that was a compilation of all of the things that you did that year or recently?
I'm born and raised a Padre fan from San Diego. Our team has never won a championship before, so I'm pushing this song Slam Diego to help motivate the team and the fan base to keep on going so we can win a championship. So That's what Slam Diego is. So the Padres, the reason why they're called Slam Diego is because a few years ago, there was a period of time where 4 games in a row they hit a grand slam and set a Major League Baseball record. No other team in baseball history has done that for 4 games in a row where they hit a grand slam. So that's how they earned that nickname of Slam Diego. And the story of how that song came about was really interesting. So in between performances or on days where I don't have any performances, one of the ways that I get my music out there and make fans and learn and have a lot of fun is by doing Lyft. So and I always play my music in my car, and I don't tell them it's my music. Let them discover it. So one passenger say, "Hey, who's this?" I'm like, "You're a Lyft driver." And he's like, "Yo, you should make a song for the Padres because they had just signed their superstar, Tatis at that time. They're investing a lot of money into their team, and there's a lot of hype." He's like, "You should make a song for the Padres." I'm like, "All right, cool, for sure." And a few months go by, and I hadn't made the song yet. And the Padres had a game where they were down 8-0, and I believe they hit a grand slam during that game, and they ended up winning 9-8 and walking it off. And that same Lyft passenger months later slid into my DMs on Instagram and said, "Where's the song at?" And that very night, I was like, okay. Because I went and looked through my archive of beats that people have sent me, and I found one that I'm like, okay, this sounds like family friendly, high energy, hype. And I made Slam Diego that night.
Wow. That's amazing. What a story. But a fan, though, kind of poked at you and said, "What's happening?"
Yeah. Sometimes we need that person in our life to inspire us and to hold us accountable.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Great. That's so interesting.
I'm going to tell that story live. I'm going to start telling that story live, honestly, because that would inspire somebody to be that person for someone else, to be like, "Hey, you said you were going to put this project out. Where is it?"
Wow. Beyond the Padres, what's another San Diego institution or landmark that you'd love to write a song about?
Everbowl.
Oh.
Yeah. So in order to have the energy that I need to perform and to live and to edit and to network and to interview and to go on dates and do all the fun stuff I do on a daily basis, I need lots of energy. So one of my favorite places to go is Everbowl. And that place is delicious, nutritious food. I happened to meet their CEO at a networking event, and I made a theme song for that company.
Oh, wow.
And so they're really popular in San Diego and Southern California, but they have about 100 locations nationwide now. And it's like a place where you could find goji berries and chia seeds and bee pollen, and it's also like fast food at the same time, but like healthy.
And they put it in a bowl for you. Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah. So it's great.
So you wrote their theme song?
That's correct.
And they're using it in their advertising now?
That's correct.
Wow, that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah,
congratulations. So maybe you'll get a job working in their marketing department. You think it's possible? Would you want to do that?
Well, one of the reasons why I'm living Joe Dreamz is because I used to work all kind of different jobs back in the day.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like having a boss telling me when to show up, when to take a lunch break, and not really having control over my own destiny.
Right.
So that's another reason why I love living Joe Dreamz now. So
I get it.
I'd be happy to collaborate. Matter of fact, I'm going to the gym with one of the Everbowl owners in like the next week or something.
Fun.
So
you're networking.
Yeah.
I like it. That's very cool. So you don't want, you want to keep your artistic integrity and remain an independent artist. You don't want to work under.
I see Live Joe Dreamz being a record label someday. Yeah.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Think that
for artists all around the world who want to inspire people to live their dreams.
Oh, beautiful. Mm-hmm. I love that. You performed at a lot of local events. What's the most uniquely San Diego moment you've ever experienced during a performance?
A uniquely San Diego moment. I'm not sure how to answer that question.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe something that happened at a Padres game. Did you ever perform live at one of the games? Did you perform your song there live?
I haven't performed at a stadium yet. But I performed. But the thing is that when I walk around the stadium, it's like I don't even need to perform this song because
everyone knows you.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that cool? Like you are a known figure. Wow.
Yeah. Because if you perform thousands of times around the city in 5 years, then just about everywhere I go, someone's like, "Oh my God, Joe Dreamz."
Well, you've been putting yourself out there because we discovered you. I understand
from the marathon
at a marathon here in Corona Del Mar.
That's right.
So you just happened to be there performing. Were you asked to be there by the promoters?
I was asked by the mission to inspire people to live their dreams.
Oh, I love that. Look at you. You're like an ambassador for people to
Yeah, that's
follow
right.
through.
Yep.
You've got
This
a
is the
dream,
cause
do
that I
something.
represent.
You know what? I represent that too.
Awesome. Well, then you got to get a matching tattoo.
I do, live Joe. Oh wow, that is so cool. Yeah, I'm living my dream right now because it doesn't feel like work when I have somebody sitting in a chair across from me and we're having a conversation and we're enjoying each other's company. Is that work? That's fun. And I learn so much from other people. It's amazing the things that you can learn from people that are just in a different part of this reality that you aren't aware of. Because this is a big place and I can't know everything. So I'm always excited when I learn something new. And you are definitely something new and exciting.
Thank you.
Yes, and I'm excited for you too. Freestyling is a huge part of your act, especially your birthday freestyles on social media. How did you develop that skill?
Well, from what I was talking about at that Pier 55 in Seattle. So ever since then, I've been doing the Dreamz freestyles.
And you did you know you had that skill before you stood up on that box? Oh, you knew you
I knew
could
I
do
had
it.
that skill.
Yeah.
But I didn't believe that I could monetize it.
So you just did it for fun. You didn't know that you could actually make a living until you did it.
I didn't believe in myself that I was capable of doing that, which is another reason why I'm making music to help people to do that.
I love that. Your lyrics in songs like Know My Name are about legacy and changing lives, not just bubblegum rap. Why is that positive message so central to your music?
Well, to me, it's very practical. Because if you want to live a life where you have lots of energy, where you have great relationships with people, where you feel good about yourself and you have fulfillment and love, then you got to live your dreams. You have to have a strong sense of purpose and why you're here. So that's why I listen to audiobooks on my way to Irvine for this podcast. That's why I'm always eating healthy.
Yeah.
That's why I'm listening to Joe Dreamz and things like that all day. So it's like a bubble from all the stuff in the world, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It insulates you. Yeah.
Yeah. Somewhat. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful. Who were your biggest influences in hip hop that blended storytelling with a positive message?
Well,
or maybe that's why you do it, because there weren't enough positive messages out there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. So they have a lot of hip hop influences from that are not influences anymore, at least consciously.
Right.
So my biggest influences come from personal development and self-help, because one of the things that before I listen to somebody and I'll take their advice, I look at their life and their lifestyle, and do I want to be like this person? And if the answer is no, then I'll take it with a grain of salt. I'll be respectful. I'll make sure they feel heard and understood. But I'm not going to listen to a sumo wrestler about how to lose weight.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. And so the reason why I stopped listening to certain type of entertainment in general is because when I look at most like an artist who promotes that type of lifestyle, and anyone listening knows what I'm talking about, that person is not happy. They are miserable, and they have to flood their system with all kind of substances and all kind of stuff. And they might be talented, they might be beautiful, they work hard, they have some great people around them, they have resources, they have all these things. But I wouldn't even want that, to be honest. They couldn't pay me $1 billion to to not have to look over my shoulder because I've disrespected so many people that are looking for me, and that if they see me, they're wanting to hurt me, and that I always have to, have something on me, right? And then, like, how are you gonna have kids like that, right? That's gonna be even like the whole lifestyle is not worth it, and it's not good for the artists. It's not good for the people listening to it. It's not good for the community. It's good for making money. Yeah. Well, this is one of the reasons why I am on a mission to show how to monetize a positive message, right? Like these birthday freestyle raps, I make thousands of dollars on these things like per month, right? Because I get so many different requests, and I want to show other artists and other people who want to do something positive.
You're leading the way.
Here's how you do it. Like I'm performing with schools. There's performing in public places, because if I was out there promoting a different type of message, there's no way I'm gonna be at the marathon all these kids there. That's right. Or like I would just be inviting so much antagonism.
You're a trailblazer.
Yes. So that's I want to show another route, because I believe there's an artist. What is it? Incentives are a big thing. So incentives drive behavior. So I want to show that you can make even more money doing this. So that's why I'm finding brands to collaborate with, like Everbowl and like the Padres, and finding things that like industries to bring in to the LiveJoeDreamz movement.
Positivity is
to sustain it, and I imagine this being an international movement, because I want to change the way people think about work.
You're preaching to the choir, I have to say. This has been my biggest complaint with social media and art, is the negativity that it promotes sometimes. And I think that you really nailed it. That's part of my mission as well, is to create positive content. Mm-hmm. And that's why I brought you here, because I want to show people that there is a way that we can make positive content that people want to see and hear. Yeah,
it's got to be super entertaining.
It's got to be super entertaining. You have to be really talented to entertain when you're not talking shit about other people. That's what, unfortunately, it's like we want to hear about all the terrible things that are happening to people. Why do we have this?
This is interesting.
It's interesting, but is it really interesting to see somebody that was on the top of the mountain fall down? I mean,
depends who it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can't say that's wrong. That's true, but not all the time. It doesn't need to be 90% of what's out there. We need to have a better balance between.
So, what kind of incentives would you put in place? Because I'm sure you've heard that expression, don't blame the player, blame the game.
Yes.
Because what goes through someone's mind is, if I don't do it, someone else is going to do it and reap the benefits of it.
You're right.
So what would be an incentive? How do you incentivize that behavior to where it's more attractive to do it that way than it is to do the other way?
I think that money is always going to be the number one incentive in a fear-based world, which is what we live in.
A fear-based world?
Yeah, we don't live in an abundant world. We're always afraid that people are going to take something away from us. We're always fighting for everything, and I'm just talking about as a world. We don't live abundantly. We don't just give. We don't just freely give and share with other people. I'd love to see a world like that, where we just all share and work together. And so we don't have this fear. We don't have to live, behind locked doors and worry that someone's going to come in and take our things, and, have these secure bank accounts so people can't take our money. And, I don't want to live like this. I mean, I know there's really no other way in this place, in this reality. I'd like to live in an abundant world where there's so much of everything that we need that we don't have to worry anymore and be afraid of anything. That's the world I want to live in. But we're not ready for that yet, because we're still too primitive.
Are you sure you want to live in that world?
Well, do I want to live on a commune?
Where we don't have to worry about anything?
Well, I think that there are things that we have to worry about, like disease, and, we have to worry about how we're going to feed everybody. Like, I want to have normal worries, but I don't want to have to worry about whether,
I understand.
Yeah, I don't want to worry about, I don't want to fear. I don't want to be afraid of people. I want to love people. I want to love all people. I don't want there to be misunderstandings. I don't want there to be miscommunications between people. I want everyone to understand that we all have an intention to be good to each other, and that sometimes we may say things that aren't taken well, but the intention behind it is what is important, that the person did not mean anything negative. But, we all make mistakes. I know. Believe me, I know about making mistakes. But
he knows too.
Yeah. My producer knows all about mistakes. But the biggest mistake would be to just give up. And I'm not going to give up on having an ideal world. So I know that we have to an ideal world. I mean, in my mind, an ideal world is an abundant world, and it's a world that has peace because we all want peace. There's not any one person that wants to be a dictator, and we're not afraid of a dictator. We're not afraid of government. We're not afraid of anything. I want to live in that world where we can create art and learn and have science and scientific discoveries that help people, and we all work together to get to those places. That's the kind of world I want to live in. Now, how do we incentivize people to all want that too? I don't know, but I do know this, that the more that we celebrate people that are doing great things, like what you're doing, and all of the other terrific people that have come in here, the more that I do that and the more that other people in media do it, the more we can change the narrative. Because we are creating the narrative right now. Everyone that watches this show is seeing a world full of people that are doing amazing things. So people that watch my show only will see a beautiful world, a world full of great people. If you choose to watch other things with terrible people doing terrible things, well, now you can have both things in your world. Or you can just have this, great people just wanting to live authentically good lives. So you can
add
just
some green juice to your diet,
right? And add some Everbowl to your diet, and then you've got it made.
Yeah.
But
It does have a lot of sugar, but they do have healthy fruits and
there's healthy options too.
Yeah.
Well, that's always important, But it's like we are in control of the world the reality we want to live in. It's our choice. What if you want to watch Joe Dreamz or you want to watch Joe Kills People? It's your choice because both things are out there. It's what you want to make this world be. So that's the only point I think to what I do is I need people to have an option. People need to have an option of positive, uplifting, inspiring interviews to watch, right? And, sports, great stuff. It's inspiring to watch people, that have worked their whole lives to be the best at what they do. And then to give this performance that's like groundbreaking, that's like setting records. And, and look at how much happiness it brings people. So like what you're doing by being a big fan of the Padres and by creating that music for them and getting people so excited about baseball, that's the kind of world I want to live in. I want to live in a world where people are excited about great things, about positive things, and not about fighting over a baseball in a stadium. I don't know if you saw that in the news. Like, that's the kind of stuff I scratch my head at when I see, two people fighting over a baseball.
So if you owned a news organization, you wouldn't report that?
I think that there's a message there because the man who caught that ball did not want his children to see him act as terribly as this woman who wanted the ball. So he gave it to her. So he showed that there is another way. He could have gotten into a fist fight with her over that ball, but he said, no, I want my kids to see that I can collaborate, that I don't have to argue and fight with a crazy person. There are crazy people, and we're just going to have to learn how to coexist peacefully with people that are different, even if they, are in my face screaming at me in front of my kids. So yes, if I was a news organization, I would show that story, and I'd probably celebrate this man that was able to deal with this situation so calmly in front of his child. I think it's remarkable. Because a lot of people would have just really gotten into it with her. So
yeah, if she was a man, it probably would have been different.
It may have been if it had been another man. I've seen some terrible things at sporting events because I had kids that played basketball. I've seen parents and soccer, and in both instances, I saw parents that would get so furious at calls that, like, when my husband was a referee, they would run onto the soccer field and scream and cuss at my husband. we had to complain to AYSO about that. And so they changed the rules, and they said if a parent does something like that, they are not allowed to participate anymore.
You made a lot of changes, like with the school,
yes,
and with the
sports,
yes.
We stand. Yes, because I believe that if you see something that's wrong and it's within your power to fix it, you should.
Who taught you that?
It's a great question. You know, unfortunately, I can't really say that it was anyone in particular.
Dad?
My parents were vocal. But my parents were very introverted people, very quiet people that kept to themselves. I was the extrovert. I was the loudmouth in the family. And I always knew I was different that way. Not everybody's like me or you. Not everybody speaks up. That's why we're here. Somebody has to do it. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't say that it was any one person. But what taught me to speak up is the fact that I can. And that if you do it in the right way, people listen. Mm-hmm. And you can make change. I know that. I've seen it my whole life. So for what it's worth. I mean, you have the option of doing nothing and being a bystander, right? But as I learned from a 13-year-old last season, you can also be an upstander and actually say something. Do something different. Find a new way, like you did. Resilient, that's what you are. Because when you were faced with a problem, you didn't give up. You got up on that box and you did what you do. Right? And that's what the takeaway is, that anybody can have a dream. But, you know, you can have more than just a dream. You can have it be your reality if you fight your fears. And you're going to inspire people to do that. I hope you do. So walk me through your songwriting process. Does it start with a beat, a concept, or a specific lyric you can't get out of your head?
So it starts as a beat. I listen to a beat, and then the first thing I'll do is blah, 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 and rap about random things. And what that does and why is if I'm with other creatives, it creates an environment of it can't get any worse than this. And it makes everyone feel like they can be themselves and be comfortable in that environment. So it's like breaking the ice.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just start rapping about the air, and then I see the light, got the glare, and then I see my man over there with the beer, and I'm over here, you know, acting weird. So, you know, it's like, and I'll just listen to the beat, and I'll just freestyle, talk about random things. Talking about how an owl and a bicycle wheel, random associations
that you've got
have nothing to do
skill
to stimulate the neurons firing in your brain.
Yeah.
And then the concept, the vision, the idea will come. It'll be birthed out of that process. And then once the vision for the song comes, aha, yeah, this is the song. This is it. Yeah, right here. And then once I have the vision for it, then it's a piece of cake.
Interesting. It's almost like it's divine, like it comes to you.
That's right. Yeah. And then the second part, so free association. The second part is focus. And what do I mean by focus? Do I mean don't look at your phone or don't get distracted? No. What I mean is what kind of questions do you ask yourself? Because wherever focus goes, energy flows. So, if, like, for example, if I ask you, what are you really proud of? Learned this from Tony Robbins.
I was going to say, I've heard that before.
Yeah, like,
he lives in La Jolla, I think, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then you think, oh, I'm really proud of standing up for people. And if I ask him, what are you really proud of? I'm proud that I've stuck to this for 3 years. And in that process of answering that question, how are y'all feeling? Right? You're feeling good because what are you focused on? You're focused on being proud, right? That feels good.
Yeah.
So what I do in the studio when I'm in my songwriting process, I'm very intentional about the questions that I ask myself. So what part of my lifestyle is in alignment with this type of vibe? How do I truly feel about this subject? What kind of environments would this type of song play? And then let your brain go to work. Okay. And be okay to wait for the answer.
Yeah. It's almost like when you have writer's block and you're just sitting there trying to, I'm a writer, so Yeah. And sometimes you just have to sit on it until you get that like divine inspiration.
What happens with writer's block? It's a focus problem because focus is because the question that the writer's block that's going through their mind is, why can't I do this? Why am I having a problem doing this? And what are they doing? They're focusing their brain's resources on not doing it.
Ha. Yeah.
There's a difference between I don't want to die and I want to live.
This is a deep philosophical question.
It's the same information is being communicated.
Yeah.
But the feelings, the focus, completely different. One, I'm focused on life. One, I'm focused on death.
Oh, it's a way of looking at things, right?
That's
like
right.
The glass is half full, the glass is half empty.
Depending on what you're focused at.
Right?
So, yes.
You want to be positive, you want to be negative.
Well, do you want to be productive?
Yes.
Not positive or negative. Do you want to be productive? Because being productive, you're at your most productive when you're full of positive emotions. So if you just want to make more money and have a good time in life, then fill yourself up with more positive emotions. Okay. It's like that's how I see it.
Yeah. I think you're right about that. Positive vibes. There is something to it. When we vibe higher and we think about positive things,
you have better ideas.
Yes, everything is better when we have a higher vibration. And you can actually affect the vibration of the entire universe with these.
And what a lot of people don't realize is that you can change your vibration instantly by asking yourself a question. One of my favorite questions is, what kind of question would be really great in this situation? By asking a question about a question.
Wow.
Yes.
Some wisdom
because
in there.
I learned this in Tony Robbins' book, Awaken the Giant Within. All thinking is a process of asking and answering questions. Right now your brain is like, what is he saying? And then when you're responding, you're answering the question. So all it is asking, answering questions. So it's instead of typing with your eyes closed, it's like, okay, what do I want to say?
Yeah.
And grabbing the computer and being intentional about, this is what I'm going to communicate. Yeah. This is how I'm going to run this thing. Yeah. So if I ever feel a certain way, I'm like, okay, well, how am I interpreting what's going on? How else can I look at this? What else does this mean? What else could this mean? What do I want this to mean?
Questioning your thoughts, questioning reality.
Yeah, like if someone cuts you off, is this because this person's an asshole? Are they in a hurry? Or is their wife pregnant? Do they need to use the bathroom?
Wow.
Right? You get to choose the meaning of what it means.
Very advanced thinking.
And based on that, what each one of those interpretations has a different feeling. And those different feelings have different behaviors that come from those feelings, and those different behaviors have different results, and there's different right?
Yes.
It goes on and on.
You've really hit on something very interesting. It takes people lifetimes to figure that out.
That's why I love personal development, because you could turn decades into days.
It's true.
Someone took 40, 50 years to write this book about how the brain works in this area.
Yeah.
Right? And I read it in a week.
And now
I got 50
now
years,
you got
right?
50 years of research.
And then I read another book, or I read it again.
So you're self-educated.
So yes. And scholastically educated, both.
Okay.
But self-education is, I believe, is so much. I've learned so much more from my Lyft passengers and read and listening to audiobooks and applying what I learned than going to school.
Do you go to college?
Yeah, I went to college. I graduated from community college, but obviously I was designed and born to do what I'm doing now. So, but I'm glad I went, because now I have the stories to inspire others.
Yes, yes. But okay, you didn't want to get a 4-year degree though. You were done after 2 years. You'd had it. Yeah,
I'm not the sit in the class, regurgitate the information type of person.
Because you're very smart. I can tell by talking to you.
Thank you.
And you've got a huge mind.
Thank you.
You really
I just
do.
love learning. I'm
can tell.
Obsessed with
Me
learning
too.
and personal development.
Me too. That's why I can tell. You've got a big mind, and I like the fact that you've learned how to control it. You've learned how to control the negativity that can creep into your mind. Well,
it's not even necessarily controlling negativity. Is there even such thing as negativity objectively?
I love that. Yeah, you're right. You've learned
is there something? Is there really such thing as, because something be positive to one person, negative to another person?
That's absolutely right. You've questioned it. You question everything.
So it's not even like one of my favorite questions is. And I ask this question probably 1,000 times a day. In every room I walk in, whenever I pick up a passenger for Lyft, whenever I'm on a date, whenever I'm having a conversation with somebody is, how can I inspire these people, this person, to live their dreams, or to live Joe Dreamz, to make it fun?
Oh, this is
How can
amazing.
I do that? How can I inspire these people to live their dreams?
Yeah.
And it's like putting on a pair of sunglasses and you see things that you wouldn't see before.
So you
notice things that you don't notice before when I put my brain on that as much as I can all day, which is why I got this tattoo.
Yes.
Because it's always a constant reminder. When I'm driving, I see it every time I shake someone's hand. So they ask me about, so it's constantly reinforcing it and reminding me of what the mission is in every situation. So that's the question that goes through my mind when I'm in the studio, before I make a song, in the middle of my performances, even as I'm singing the lyrics to another song, I'm still asking myself a question in my head while I'm on stage. Like, how can I inspire these people to live their dreams?
Amazing.
Right? That's, yeah.
You living it. Yeah. You're 100% there.
And then speaking of the negativity thing, then when something negative or traditionally negative, I'll start saying
negative.
that.
Okay.
Traditionally
Let's
negative
that.
happens.
Yeah.
I like that term. I feel like that's going to catch on.
Yeah.
Traditionally negative happens. I ask, how can I use this situation to inspire more people to live their dreams? No matter what it is. No matter what it is. Something is stolen. How can I use this? Somebody gets sick, or I get sick. How can I use this situation?
Yeah.
And just throw the question out there.
It's good stuff. You could write a book.
Well, there's already books written on it. That's where I learned it from. Yeah, but maybe I could. But through my music, that's what I'm taking it to the next step, because I'll see somebody who's having a problem with their relationship,
mm-hmm.
or who's struggling with their health, or I see somebody who's having a mental anxiety or whatever. And I've read so many books. I'm like, oh, I know the solution. Check this out. 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 And do they ever do it? Very rarely. Right? I'm sure you've experienced this when you have the antidote to, or of the antidote, or where it could be found, and you meet someone who's sick and you present that to them, and they may not be in the part of their life, they don't have enough pain yet, right? To where that they want to
suffering enough.
They're not suffering enough in order to want to take that antidote. So what I realize is that even though that person might not want to read a book, they're definitely listening to albums, they're definitely on social media, they're definitely watching movies, they're definitely doing all these other things.
It's a choice.
So how can I be like a translator with LiveJoeDreamz? And how can I take, like, if you've been to Barnes & Noble, you see that they have a self-help section.
Yeah.
Imagine in the hip-hop culture, there was that self-help section in that. That's where you are. Imagine what the ripple effects would be on the people someone who listens to that, and that being once the mainstream message.
Yes, we need more of that. A lot of positive vibrations come out of music like that.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I resort to a strategy like performing at a marathon and getting in front of 20, 30,000 people or whatever, because it's like mass promotion.
And positive vibrations.
Sometimes that'll just be the first of 4 or 5 performances in that day.
Wow.
Right? Okay, we'll hit this marathon, and then we'll do this, and then this game, and then this concert, and then lift, and then posting the highlights on social media, which can then get seen by millions more. Right? So it's really spreading this cause as much as I can every day. Matter of fact, even in about 20 minutes, I gotta go back to go perform at the Padre game again.
No way. We only have 20 more minutes with you.
Yeah, like about 20, 30 minutes, something like that.
We gotta make this fast then. Okay. Who are your biggest influences in hip hop? That blended. Were there any that blended storytelling with positive message? Did you ever find any?
Oh yes, of course. There are some. Mostly the Christian artists, definitely, because almost all the hip hop genre of Christianity is positive.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Because they have guardrails.
So there is such a thing. I didn't know there was Christian rap.
Oh, of course. I mean,
I did not know that.
Hundreds of millions of Christians out there. There's got to be somebody serving that market. Like, So,
is there Jewish rap? Oh yeah, there is actually.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because at its core, music is the transference of values to the next. Storytelling is transferring the values to the next generation. So people want to do that no matter what kind of form that takes place.
We need more of you. We need more of this.
Thank
this
you.
mindset, because you're right. This is what we're feeding people's minds every day. The music they listen to, just like
Yeah, because it's the lifestyles, it's values, it's
Yes.
what does it mean to be successful?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
These are the questions that get answered or asked
Yeah.
indirectly. It's what does it mean to be successful? How do you get love? How do you give love? What does a healthy relationship look like?
Mm-hmm.
These are all things that are in a music video,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah.
All these elements in all kind of media too. And these are something that a 8-year-old watching is learning by watching. And, oh, this is how I get love. This is what it means to do
Yeah.
that. This is how, and how do I know? Because that was me until I got introduced to this personal development and self-help.
Oh, that
was
changed
totally
it
me,
for you.
right?
This was a big
Yeah.
influence on you.
Yeah. So it's not just fun. It's not just entertainment. So that's why I'm getting involved
I love
in a
it.
major way.
Yeah.
And I'm out working almost everybody I know personally, right? You know, who's in my space,
Yeah.
right? Because I have to outwork them because I don't want their messages being heard by all these people. I'm not going to try to stop them,
Right.
I'm just going to make it to where my stuff is a lot more entertaining. They want to book me instead, because if they get booked, then the people will suffer, and they'll
Yeah.
suffer too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's a part of the motivation.
Yeah. Wow. This is all like very interesting. How is everyone in your family, is your family intact? Your parents are just still together?
Yep, that's right.
How many siblings do you have?
I have one little big brother.
Well, okay. And are your parents really proud of what you're doing?
Yes, they are.
Do you live at home still?
Absolutely. I'm saving up, get to use my resources.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up like this somewhat. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's
The
little
suburbs.
incentive to downgrade for more money.
Right? I know.
So,
I
yeah.
can't believe my son wants to live. You should see. I shouldn't say that because he's probably going to hear me say it, but it's very expensive to live in San Diego, and a 1-bedroom apartment there. It's like 1 bedroom, like I think it's like about $2,500 a month for a 1-bedroom, small 1-bedroom, and not a high rise. Yeah, like a walk up. So yeah, I wish he had a home to live in. Like he could live at home, but he's too far from home. Yeah, so it's smart. A lot of young people are living at home and saving up. Smart.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I made this project called Joe Dreamz and the Cost of Living Crisis. That's a project I'm working on right now. It's an action-packed animated movie that will inspire you to live Joe Dreamz.
Oh,
and
yes.
what it's about, so Joe Dreamz. So, okay, here's the log line, and I know you'll appreciate this. When a cost of living crisis forces his parents to sell their house, Joe Dreamz, an aspiring rapper, has 30 days to figure out how to monetize his talents or sleep in his car.
Ooh.
Yes. So right now it's being turned into a graphic novel. I already storyboarded the whole thing. The dialogue's all done. I have an illustrator who's working on the graphic novel. I have an album that's 4 songs in already, right? And
Fabulous.
yes, and working on other aspects of it too. But this is going to be an animated movie cartoon. Is going to be really great. It's going to inspire.
Sounds
It's going to inspire
amazing.
so many people to live
I'm
their dreams.
excited. Will
Yeah,
you
that's
come
the big
back
thing
and
I'm
show it
working
to
on.
us?
It might be over a year, honestly, because
That's okay.
Unless the funding showed up like that. But I
Maybe
have a
it will.
nonprofit and I have a grant researcher who works for me, so hopefully that
Oh, that's
comes
good.
through soon.
That's wonderful.
But even if it doesn't, we're gonna figure it out. Yeah.
I think you will. I think it's
Yeah.
going to happen for you
Mhm.
because positivity is so important. I can't imagine if you ask the right foundation for money, I think it'll happen for you. That's fabulous. I'm really excited about that. When it's all said and done, what do you want the legacy of Joe Dreamz to be?
Live your dreams. As a reminder to live your dreams.
You want people to remember that they should continue dreaming. Don't give up.
To not dream, but to live the action, the verb.
Live the dream.
Yeah.
Live it.
To do it.
Don't
to
just
do the thing you
dream
know
it. Live
you
it.
need to do. So what this means for some random kid who's in Australia 50 years from now, he just thinks, oh yeah, I'm gonna ask that girl out or whatever. I'm gonna apply for this job. That's the impact that Joe Dreamz will have had 50 years ago that he may have not have done. That's the practical thing of what the vision looks like.
Yeah. Have you had anything in your life happen that was challenging, that was hard for you? Did you have like a pretty easy-ish life up until this point?
In contrast to how 99% of the world lives, absolutely.
You're grateful. You're
Yeah.
grateful for everything. You live in America, that you,
Yeah.
you like to live in San Diego. You
Yeah.
have a nice family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you live in America, you're already right here. And then you live in San Diego, you're at the top of America.
No kidding.
Right. Like
You live
of
in
America.
Yes. You live
Right.
in a really nice
And
place.
even we're in San Diego, at the top of the people who live in San Diego, that's one of the most, so it's,
yeah.
but I understand the reason why my soul was sent into my mom's womb is for this purpose. Is for me to grow up in an environment where I'm safe, where there's all kind of hiking trails and mountains, and where I'm away from a lot of trouble and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't live in a densely populated area.
That's right. Yeah. So it's the perfect storm for Joe Dreamz to come about.
Yeah.
Looking at it from the past now.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for other young people that are interested in doing something positive?
I always say live Joe Dreamz.
Just live your dreams? But it's more than that, though. Stay out of trouble.
The question I'm asking myself is, what is one of the most practical pieces of advice that someone listening to this would actually be able to take with them after watching this?
And for me?
Honestly, I say hire a virtual assistant.
Oh, really? Get yourself
Yes.
use AI.
No, go hire somebody in the Philippines for $2 an hour.
Oh,
And
but
have them,
you know what?
and
You
have
might
them
be
edit,
right.
have them do things, because I have a team of 5 people
In the
who-
Philippines?
In the Philippines, and I have a grant researcher. I have someone who works bookings for schools. I have
Yeah.
another person who runs my email newsletter and edits my videos and everything. I have an animator, and I also have an accountant. So these are all people who work full time, 30 hours a week for me.
You
every
have a
week.
whole team. You
I
have the
a
Joe
full team.
Dreamz team.
Yeah, I have a full team, and I also have people who work with me in San Diego too, who come to my performances and help, get people to scan Venmo and everything like that.
Yeah,
but
that's good advice.
hiring someone in the Philippines or in another country,
like on Fiverr or one of these apps.
I wouldn't recommend Fiverr necessarily, because they're gonna
upcharge you.
Yeah, they're gonna upcharge you. Just go straight to the source. There are so many people who are looking for jobs, who are looking for work, who are hungry, who speak great English, because this is a career path that they prepare for a long time, because there's such a demand for that service from the Americans and everyone else.
Yeah.
Right. So I highly recommend that for any entrepreneur, anyone who wants to come up, because you can't do everything on your own. And especially if you are someone who has a day job and you already have 8 hours of your schedule, and you're competing with people like me who are doing this 17, 18 hours a day
Yeah.
minimum every day. And I have a team, right? So if you want to compete in this world, you need all the help you can get. And if you're like most young people, you don't have a bunch of resources to hire American talent to do those kind of things that have to get done. The email newsletter has to get done. That has to be a thing that happens every week if you're serious about your business.
Yeah.
Right? You have to post every day. I post 3 times a day if you're serious about your business. But can you do all of that and work and have kids and do all that by yourself? No. And do you have money to hire it? No. So get it virtual assistants. That's the only way that this stuff is getting done. So I love my team. We have weekly team meetings and everything like that.
In English.
and they speak better English than a lot of people I know, right? I mean, they're all on American entertainment. Everyone in the world, they're watching the same stuff as us. So you can talk about a pop culture reference and they're going to get it.
Yeah.
Right. So
good advice.
Yeah.
That was very good advice.
Yes.
And I think even for not just for young people, for old people, for any people, anybody that's starting a business or that is an entertainer even, who's got a lot of different moving parts in their life, you don't have to do this alone. You can get help. And even if you have to have a side hustle.
Yeah. And for 1 hour of your time, you can get 10 hours or more. So it's leverage.
Yeah, you've got a good point. It's easy. I mean, certainly. I mean, it's easier for us to make money here in the United States.
For example, during this interview, I'm uploading videos to our unscheduled folder.
Ah,
right.
Okay.
So, because it took about 30 minutes to do it, because I filmed a lot of stuff today. And so while we're talking, there in the Philippines, editing it, adding the captions, putting it in my Instagram thing.
So it's all done when you finish up here.
I can just go on vacation for a month and I'm still posting 3 times a day.
Yeah, you figured it out.
I could pass away and die, and y'all wouldn't even know I died for a long time.
You could be a business manager, you know? You could be the Joe Dreamz business management company. You want to be my manager?
Well, let me blow this up first, and we'll see.
Yeah, I think you're blowing everything up. I love it. I think that you're doing great things here, and I love the positive attitude. Because this is not an easy place to be positive in. I mean, maybe it is. For some people who live in San Diego, it is a nice place. I love visiting my son there. Did you go to the cove where
La Jolla Cove?
Yeah, I went there with him the last time I was there.
Yeah, y'all go kayaking.
I didn't, but I saw people doing it. And
did you see the seals?
Yes, people were getting so close to them. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Like there was a woman standing right next to like this thing that looked like a walrus. And I was wondering if it was going to eat her. I thought I'm going to pray that doesn't happen while I'm here.
Yeah, while I'm here at least.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen that though? Like people get so close to these like 2-ton animals that are wild animals, and they're swimming in the water with them too. It's kind of amazing. There was that video that I saw on your social media of another street performer kicking your can with your money in it, and you were able to turn it around, and you two worked together. Is that something common that happens as a street performer? Were you arguing or fighting with people on the block?
Well, I'm an everywhere performer, right?
Yeah.
Because I perform everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, school assemblies, shows.
Right.
Like I performed at an art museum the other day. So I'd say, yeah, absolutely. Because anywhere where there are 1,000 personalities or more, there's always going to be conflict because there's different people with different values who see the world in a different way and interpret things differently. And so it's mixed, and you don't know what to expect, but no matter what, the question is, how do I just checking to see if you were listening, how do I inspire these people to live their dreams? Right. And so that gets interpreted through whatever is happening.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So if some Karen is blah 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 blah, how can I inspire? While she's talking,
how do we get the Karen to stop
use this to
yelling?
inspire people to live their dreams? Or how can I inspire her to live her dreams?
You're always saying that's always running through your head. How do I inspire every person that I meet? How do I inspire them?
How do I inspire these people to live their dreams? And so as the situation's unfolding, then that helps you navigate it.
I love that.
It helps you navigate it.
Can I borrow that? Is that okay if I think about life that way?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I want to inspire people to live their dreams too.
Now, what you need is in order to remember it, right? Let's say
I got to get a tat.
That's a possibility. Having physical reminders is great.
Okay.
And also, that is super great, like having things on your wall or whatnot. And what's also great is something I learned in this book called Persuasion, and this will be like one of the last points, is called an if/then when plan. So if/when I go to the grocery store and I see chocolate, I'm going to go and get Greek yogurt instead.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so you set a trigger in your mind,
yeah,
so that when you come across that situation, then your mind already has that pathway.
You're already ready for it.
There. Versus without the pathway, and I didn't expect to see this thing, and it looks kind of good, right? You're more likely to do that. Yeah. I'm sure you do this as an interviewer. When someone asks me this question, I have this answer ready.
I need to do that.
Or actually. Whenever this, all right?
I need more of those.
And then you can be witty and you can have a comeback.
Right.
Because they just walked into it because you had it ready to go long ago. Even though you forgot you made the if then when plan, it's ready. When the situation come up, boom, answer.
If then
right?
when.
Yeah. So that's an important part of, okay, when a situation happens that's high stress, I'm going to remember to ask myself, how am I going to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I like it.
And then asking yourself that in advance, in addition to the physical reminders and everything like that, that's the way to actually remember to do it when it counts, not to look back. I shoulda, woulda, coulda.
And that's how you get a 6-pack.
That's right. Yeah. When I come across this, I'm gonna do this.
When I see potato chips, I'm gonna go work out.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. When I'm hungry, I'm not going to eat.
Yeah. And when it's 6:50, I'm gonna let her know that I gotta.
And it's time to go. It's been.
All right. Thank you, Jeannie, for having me on your podcast. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Oh, you're so welcome. It was such a pleasure to get to know you. I can't tell you. You really made my day. You made me feel good about the world again. I mean, I was still feeling good about it before, but even better now. And it's nice to know that I'm not the only person out there that wants to see people living their dreams, and especially a young person, a performer, a very talented artist. Thank you.
So be inspired to live Joe Dreamz every single day by following me on IG at Joe Dreamz, and don't forget the Z.
Blaze It Forward is a campaign my family started in 2018 after our son Blaze was murdered. Blaze It Forward provides the inspiration to thousands of people to repair the world with intentional acts of kindness. If you would like to learn more about Blaze and how you can make a difference, check out www.blazebernstein.org or join our Facebook group at #BlazeItForward. You can also check out my website for this podcast at www.PeppTalksWithJeanne.com. There you can follow along with my podcasting adventures and learn more about my fascinating guests and their passion projects. I would like to thank all of the volunteers who help make my philanthropic endeavors a reality. Today that includes my producer, Eli Moskowitz, all of the volunteer crew members who join us, and a special thank you to my son, Jay Bernstein, for the original theme song you hear at the beginning and ending of each show. This has been another episode of Pep Talks with Jeannie. Until next time, keep on making this world a better place.